The Lynette Brown Show. This be the Lynette Brown Show.
She's always ready and on time.
The Lynette Brown Show.
When you got something that's on your mind.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Whatever you got going on, she knows the deal.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Well, we always keep it real.
Good morning and welcome to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. Woo! I am the fiery diva keeping the airwaves hot on your favorite station. Thank you guys for tuning in with me once again. Got a nice show lined up for you, ladies and gentlemen. My special guest today is Miss BJ Gray. In fact, we did this interview a couple of days ago, and I'm going to roll into this interview. We were having girl-to-girl talk. You know, we were just talking about everything. We were talking about racism. We were talking about female poets, and of course, you know what inspired us to do that, and that is the passing of Dr. Maya Angelou. And that hurt me so bad, ladies and gentlemen, because I recite her poem, my favorite poem, Still I Rise. I absolutely love that poem. You know, I just felt like it is so me. It is so me. And I said, well, maybe I should recite it today. And then I thought, no, we're going to listen to her since it's her poem. So I do have that coming up a little later on in the show. But we're not going to be able to do anything until we take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
The BBQ Smokehouse.
I just love the owner and the people that work here, and they have the best everything. They got the best barbecue sandwich. I really love it. I love their pinto beans. Their chicken and dumplings are just out of this world. And every time I'm by here, I got to stop and get some.
I love eating here because they have the best peach pies.
The BBQ Smokehouse. Great pork and chicken. Point Mallard Parkway in Priceville.
Of course, we've all heard about the passing of Dr. Maya Angelou, and you know that hurt me so bad, Miss BJ. That really did. You know,
she touched so many of us in so many ways, although she may seem far away to a lot of people, but she brought some reality to us. The reality that we could have the self-confidence, that we didn't have to have a certain beauty mark, look a certain way.
Right.
You know, we didn't have to have a full head of flowing hair.
Because she admitted that. She says that she wasn't what you would classify as beautiful. You know, she didn't have the fair skin. She didn't have the long hair. She was just herself. Yeah,
but she made the most of what she had, and I think that's the message to all of us. What you got, use it.
Use it, exactly. You know, we have so many women now with insecurities, and it doesn't have an age on it.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It's insecurities, you know, whether it's age or, you know, they're insecure, they don't want to tell anybody how old they are. You know, that's a big one. I don't mind, because you know one thing I heard Dr. Maya Angelou say? She said, aging, if you can do it, do it.
That's right. That's right.
That was profound. If you can do it, do it. Do it. Because a lot of people couldn't age. You know, a lot of people have passed on. So that's the way I took that. Yeah. But I mean, but my favorite quote of all times, and I live by this, Miss BJ, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
Woo! Is that not the truth?
That is very true. That's a profound thing.
Profound quote that she had that I live by. But I'm going to tell you this. Well, you know what? No, I'm not going to tell you anything. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. I'm going to give you a reason to come back. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
There are some places that I can't go, but I am sure.
Funeral Home announces with deepest sympathy the passing of Edward B. Erskine, 63, of Decatur, Alabama. Mr. Erskine died May 28, 2014 at Decatur Morgan Hospital campus. A service of love remembrance was held on Wednesday, June 4, 2014 at 11 a.m. at Abundant Life Church of Christ, with Pastor Ronnie Powell officiating. Edward Bernard Erskine Sr. was born May 3, 1951 in Morgan County to the late Willie Eddie Erskine Sr. and Pearline Clay Erskine. He departed this life May 28, 2014 at Decatur Morgan Hospital. He attended Lakeside High School. Funeral services were held for Miss Deborah Jean Smith, 49, of Cortland, Alabama, June 4, 2014, at Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church in Cortland, with Pastor Robert Pearl, Jr. officiating. On Saturday, May 31, 2014, she went home to be with the Lord at Decatur Morgan Hospital. She was born to Lavole Smith, Jr. and the late Sarah Louise May Smith on October 28, 1964, in Cortland, Alabama. She confessed hope in Christ at an early age at Pleasant Grove Church, where she served faithfully. She was a loyal employee of Right Way Services for 26 years.
But I am sure of this one thing, that God is.
Hi everybody out there. We want to welcome y'all out to E&N Food and Catering Service. Yes sir, the best food in town. You can come on down to 6598 Triano, down the formula of Old Triano Mill, and come get some good old home cooking. We got specials every day: tilapia, pork chop platters, fish and shrimp, catfish platters, and some of our sides is turnip greens, cabbage, baked beans, coleslaw, and we also have good sandwiches out the door. It is fresh cooked, on hand. You can call it in, or you can come on in and sit in. Dine without the wine. 598 Triana, also known as the former The Mill. And you also can see us on Facebook. Just look us up, E&N Food and Catering. Thank y'all, and hope to see you then.
I support E&N because they have good food, good people. It's local, convenient, great prices. I support E&N. I think you should too.
Yes, I'm down here today at E&N's, Triana, Alabama, to get the world's famous fried bologna sandwich. Ain't nothing like it.
Show. This be the Lynette Brown Show.
She's always ready and on time.
The Lynette Brown Show.
When you got something that's on your mind.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Whatever you got going on, she knows the deal.
The Lynette Brown Show.
Where we always keep it real.
LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the Fiery Diva, keeping their waves hot on your favorite station. Thank you guys for joining me once again. You got many options, but you decided to come back with me, and I do appreciate it. Want to remind you of the block party tomorrow. Yep, the block party will be in Pines Park. That is June the 7th, ladies and gentlemen, from 2 to 5. So if you got children, you know, and they're out of school, we're trying to celebrate them, so bring them on, okay? But Miss Blackman, thank you. Miss Gray, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna make her. I'm gonna make her be something she is no longer. But you know, let's just talk a little bit about you know, we were talking about Dr. Maya Angelou and the passing of Dr. Maya Angelou, and you know, it hurt me so bad, and I'm sure a lot of people were touched, and I just want to go and just buy every book, everything that she's ever put out.
You didn't buy them yesterday, they're going up today.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. You know what? If you guys want to send me something, hey, my birthday's coming up. P.O. Box 93, Summerville, Alabama, 35670.
Have you ever heard, remember the poem she did about Still I Rise?
Oh my goodness. It's so funny you said that, ma'am. That is my poem. When you hear that poem, I want you to think of me, because that is the way that I mean, that is so me. I remember reciting that poem twice. I was at a church and then I was invited to an event. But that is my poem.
Okay, y'all, put on the spot.
No. Write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You can trod me through the dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. But you know what? I mean, goodness, I hadn't recited it in so long. But at the very end, when she says, I am the hope, I am the dream of a slave.
Oh, did you say that again? Say
Woo!
that again.
I am the hope. I am the dream of a slave. That's that right there. You don't know what that does to me. You know what I mean? Because I know I was watching. I like OWN, by the way. I won't do the endorsement. She doesn't need it, but I like OWN. I like Oprah's network. You know, and she did this whole she did this whole piece on Dr. Angelou a couple of days ago, and you know, they were talking about so many things. There was just so many things that she was saying, and it was so much. You know, I was like, oh God, I gotta write that down. I gotta write that down. I gotta write that down. But you know, she was saying that our ancestors, they paved the way. I sit. You know, I come as one, but I'm speaking for 10,000.
Speaking for 10,000.
Yes, because you know, my grandmother, so many women, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, they didn't have this opportunity.
No, they didn't.
They wouldn't be sitting on, not African-American females sitting on television talking.
No, not
you know
talking.
what I mean?
No.
You know, so
what do they have to talk about?
Yes, yes, you know, and you know, when she was saying something about the pain, I mean, goodness gracious, it's just so deep. It was so deep, all the stuff that she was saying.
It's remarkable to find a wordsmith like she was.
Yes.
How she could take emotions, that's what I call it. Take real emotions and put words to them, and you say, that's how I feel.
That's, you could feel what she was saying. You could feel it.
Yeah. And even that poem, I don't know, but a phenomenal woman.
Phenomenally.
Sometimes when I'm down and saying, oh, what am I doing, you know, and I'll just say, I'm a phenomenal woman. You know, I don't know what it means everything. You know. And then, you know, my mantra in life is that I'm an awesome woman of God, living out the promises of God. That makes me phenomenal.
Oh.
That's that poetic thing.
Yes.
But you know, it's even like we only have about 4 or 5 African American females that's widely known.
Yes.
You know, I know one of the people that Alice Walker. She's one. Nikki Giovanni, you know. And so to me that means that we need more African American women in literature, in the area of poetry. Now, I don't know them all. I know it's some out there in obscurity.
Right.
It's time for them to come forward.
Come forward, because I love poetry. I do. And let's not forget about, you know, our ancestors. Let's think about Phyllis Wheatley.
Yes,
you know,
the first one that was known.
Let's not forget about her. So, I mean, it's so many out here, and I know that there's a lot. Somebody may be watching the show. And I remember when I first started the show, it's been a few years ago, I used to have some poetry on there and everything. And, you know, I thought about adding that back because I love poetry. I do. And that's why I really love Dr. Angelou. I did, because that's, I mean, I really felt what she was saying.
I'm going to put on the spot, y'all. So if we have any African American female poets in this area, they can call you.
They can call me. They can call me. They sure can. Because, I mean, that's what I'm here for. You know, I feel like God gave me this platform. No, it is not a national platform. But everybody has to start somewhere. And just like, you know, that poet that may call me, they're just getting started. Well, here I'm in television, but I'm local. But everybody can't be, you know, international.
Right.
You know, God's got a place for everybody, and I'm really excited about where I am in this point in time in my life. But yes, you can call me. But let's talk a little bit about some of the things that Alice Walker was saying. I mean, she would say some of the most simplest things, but they were so profound, though. It really was. Nobody is as powerful as we make them out to be. Woo!
Say what?
That one. Okay. Okay. Did you have? I knew that you said you had one.
Yeah.
You had one of her quotes in here.
I like this one. It reads, I think we have to own the fears that we have for each other, and then in some practical way, some daily way, figure out how to see people differently than the way we were brought up to, you know? And you know, I think about that and that thing that's going on with the basketball man.
You're talking about Donald Sterling, NBA owner.
You know, that kind of thing. You know, just because someone is different, and tell the truth.
Yeah.
You know, don't dare tell the truth.
I couldn't have said it better. The truth. He told the truth.
Well, let's clarify this.
Yeah.
On the point that he says African Americans
They don't support one another.
Yeah.
They don't. And he's telling the truth. And, you know, we kind of skip over that. But it's a lot of things, you know, it's like the old Williams Brothers song, sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. Well, it's a lot of things we're going to have to clean up before our, you know, our own front door. Yes. Because we don't support one another. Women, you know, I don't know if it was due to slavery or whatever, you know, but we just, we don't like each other.
I think it's a trust factor.
Okay.
And I think, you know, when we look at historically, we're not so far away from the slave block as we think we are.
Ma'am, I've got a book right now, and it's called My Sister's Keepers. It was written in 1900s. And a lot of people don't know that black women then, you know, and I don't want anybody to get mad at me or anything like that. I mean, I have to tell the truth about it. But they could not get along. The slave master had to separate them because they fought so much, you know, and it was that light skin, that dark skin. They fought, they just could not get along, and they had to separate them even then in slavery.
I think we've come further than what we started from.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're not there yet. We're a work in progress, and I applaud us. I applaud my people for where they are.
Yes.
You know, because it was a time it was totally separate.
Yes.
But now it's different, but we still got a way to go.
We still do. We do. And we're going to start out with supporting, you know, businesses, patronizing other businesses, because we don't do that. In fact, we'll say, ooh, don't go over there. I wouldn't go over there. You know, don't do that. Well, when you hear somebody say that, you think, you insecure person.
Yeah.
You're a hater. Because you won't hear me ever say that. I won't ever say, well, I wouldn't do business with that person. I wouldn't do that. You know, I'll say, well, check them out and see what you think, even though I may not walk 2 inches within the building. But I'm not going to say that, because, see, that kind of stuff will come back on you.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel, you know.
It is interesting that we are noted as the biggest consumers in America. But yet our businesses don't thrive. It's like, where are you spending that money?
Exactly, but we are the largest consumers.
Yeah,
we are. I mean, we are.
That's a fact.
It is. It is. Whether, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, they're on welfare and everything, but somebody is making money off the backs.
What'd you say?
Of the welfare recipients. Okay, right. Somebody's making money. So, I mean, but I'm not saying we're all on welfare, because that's not true. That can't be true, because we're not the dominant race in America, you know, so that can't be true every
when you look at the numbers.
Yeah, so that's not true. It's got to have some kind of balance there. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're tuning into the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. We are talking just a little girl talk. Of course, we got on the subject about poetry and female poets, and then we got on a little racism. So we're just having girl talk today, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll be back right after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Dine without the wine. E&N Good Home Style. Dine in or order to go. We cater to all of your needs. We have 100% beef hamburgers, seafood platters, or just create your own. Stop by and ask for King of the Kitchen, E&N, located at 598 6th Street, Triana, Alabama, the old Triana Mill. Or give them a call at 256-464-6655. Again, that number is 256-464-6655.
Welcome back to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the Fiery Diva, keeping the airwaves hot on your favorite station. Time winding down just a little bit, but not quite yet. Thank you guys for coming back with me. And we have Miss BJ Gray, and we are talking a lot of girl talk that need to be talked about. You know what I mean? Things that need to be talked about. But let's just talk a little bit about the poverty in the African American community, because it's very, very real. You know, and a lot of political officials, a lot of them are out of touch. Whether it's Democrat, Republican, or Independent, they are so far out of touch. They don't know the struggles that the people have. And I'll go even farther, Miss BJ, it's not just African Americans.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You know, but when you see the media, and you know, you see a free lunch program, or you see they're giving food away, they're zooming in on the African American person. But it's not just the African American race that's in this poverty.
Yes.
You know.
In our area, 4 or 5 weeks ago, there was an article, black versus white. And I said, what in the world is this? You know? But it was someone, apparently outside person, it sounded like from the reading, who did this study and gathered this data and said the average income for African Americans are around 15,000 plus, you know, not just 16. And the average income for non-African Americans, and I'll just say our European brothers and sisters, because they are our brothers and sisters, was 56. Well, after reading all of this stuff that this person had reported, the thing that came to my mind was, well, what are we going to do about it? You know, I get so tired of people reporting problems. Stop reporting the problem.
Right.
You're not going to give me a
solution. We need a solution
We
here.
need a solution.
You know, we know the problem is there. I mean, I think you and I, you know, you work the community just like I do, Ms. BJ. You know, we know the problem is there, but what are we going to do about it?
Right.
When are we going to, you know, open up our pocketbooks, as my mom would say? You know, when are we going to open up our pocketbooks and try to see what we can do, but not just opening up your pocketbooks, but giving job opportunities and supporting other businesses, small businesses, because I'm going to tell you right now, I have enough work right now that 5 people could do. I can employ 5 people right this minute. But I've got to have the support so I can pay these people a decent salary. I'm not talking about, you know, coming in here and
$7.65.
Gee, you know what I mean?
Whatever that awful number is.
What is that? I mean, gas is $4. Let's round it up.
Oh, girl.
It's $4. Really? You know, what are they supposed to do with that? But yeah, I can employ 5 people right now, just television alone. You know, we're not even going to talk about the kids' table. We're not even going to talk
Hi, welcome to Bad News Barbecue. You need to come down here. The ribs are succulent and tasty and juicy. The pork is off the chain. The turkey is spicy. You will love it. We'll see you soon.
I'm Priscilla Kelly, and I'm the manager here at Bad News Barbecue. Not only do we have great food, but we also help different organizations with their fundraising events. We also do catering for different family reunions and also business organizations. So please come on out and let us help you with your church, your school, or local nonprofit organization. And we'll also cater your family
What do we have going on here?
I just got through cutting up some ribs that I prepared for my customers. I marinated them overnight and smoked them for about 4.5 to 5 hours.
Well, Chris, now you do fundraisers as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. We have a little program that we use that will guarantee to help whatever your organization is to earn money for you, and we also make money doing so. And it's a cost share program, but it don't cost the organization anything to do.
Okay, you work with churches, schools?
Yes, ma'am. We've done a couple of churches, and we have done a couple of events for some schools, and we're going to reach out to more people because it's a very simple program, and it can help you earn money.
Okay, and tell us where you can be reached.
I can be reached by 256-653-6893, and I'm located off of Oakwood Avenue on Gray Street. 1217 is the address.
It really doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at Bad News Barbecue, where actually the sauce is not needed. They're cooked to perfection. Enjoy them a lot. You should come down and see them at 1217 Gray Street off of Oakwood Avenue.
Welcome back to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South. I am the Fiery Diva, keeping the airwaves hot on your favorite station. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in with me once again. Want to remind you of the block party tomorrow. We're having an out-of-school block party in Pines Park tomorrow, and we're going to start at 2 o'clock. So if you got children out there, we're celebrating them. We're celebrating the fact that they have completed another year of schooling, and our mission is just to promote higher learning, okay, and encourage them. We don't care if they've, you know, failed a grade or whatever. They're still in school, and we want to keep them there. So this is their party. This is their time, okay? So bring your children out, okay? We're going to have a really, really good time, okay? And we're going to start at 2 p.m. okay, in Pines Park. And want to remind you of the block party we've got coming up next week. In fact, that's going to be June the 14th. That's going to be in Mason Court in Huntsville, Alabama, and we're going to have the same thing, only we're going to be in Madison County, okay? Reaching out to all of my Madison County children out there, okay? Kids Table is really, really growing. I'm so proud of my nonprofit organization. I thank you for all of the donations, all of the support. It has just been tremendous, and I thank you guys so very much. But ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, this is my time, and I do appreciate yours. And I know you guys want to know, okay, well, now is she going to do Diva I Want It? Yeah, I guess I'll do a little Diva I Want It. You guys are so spoiled. Goodness gracious. Y'all are worse than my kids, okay? But text me right now, 256-566-5854. Again, that number is 256-566-5854. And want to say hello and thank you guys. Thank you for all of the responses that I get every Friday morning. I mean, I'm reading your texts and I'm just listening to what you guys are saying. And I mean, you guys are loving the show, and I am so loving doing it for you, okay? But text me right now. Let's see. I might have, I don't know, we might have Logan's, I guess, maybe. I don't know. We may have Logan's. Yeah, I think we've got Logan's Roadhouse. Text me right now, 256-566-5854. Again, that number is 256-566-5854. And you know what else I have? I have Popeyes. Yep, I've got a 2-piece dinner for Popeyes. Yep. Text me right now, 256-566-5854. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the LBS, the hottest, the biggest, the baddest talk show of the South.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom, just 'cause I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room, just like suns and like moons, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just 'cause I laugh. As if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words. You can cut me with your lies. You can kill me with your hatefulness. But just like life, I'll rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh, does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, naturally, there I go rising.